Welcome back, everyone. It is now time to spotlight someone in our community that's doing a lot for good for others. Christopher Thresher from the Advocates is here, joining Audrey Evans, who is from Food for All. Now, Christopher, why did you select Audrey for this recognition?
Yeah. Well, this is hard following Dirty Dough, now talking about fruits and vegetables. But
it's important.
It is important, you know, and you know, we've heard a lot lately about the importance of having a balanced, nutritious diet for kids, especially in schools. You know, and Audrey's making a big impact in the Canyon School District in particular with bringing, you know, fresh fruit and vegetables to kids and families that are in need.
Audrey, what was your reaction? I know one thing to talk about food insecurities, but really to have kids and families be resilient and independent when it comes to growing their own food. Talk about that.
So this is a pilot project that we started with Canyon School District. It began with one school, and it really started to take off as soon as we started to see that the families really enjoyed their kids seeing fresh produce and the reactions that they had. It really made a connection between what health and wellness was, but also the reality that food is this thing that comes alive in our bodies when we eat it. So these families just really enjoyed the program, and then we saw that there was a need to expand it into 5 more schools. So
did it surprise you that it expanded and how popular that this caught on?
Well, I think that today it's going to talk about post-pandemic inflation, cost of living, and so this kind of was parallel to that, which is why we thought of the gardening project, and that's going to start this summer between June and July for 3 weeks each month, and it's every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then this is some produce we brought in from Rancho's Market, which we really feel is a great partner to have. So each family receives between 7 items. We've offered this to already 300 families at East Midvale Elementary and 5 other schools through Canyon School District. And it was a project that, to teach these kids that gardening and that whatever they could produce from the garden, they were harvesting from the garden, and then whatever was left over we could offer to these families. So it's taking off pretty well.
That's so fantastic. And we just talked about, while we're winding down school, some people are already out. So you worry about these kids, but with the foundation of growing their own foods and knowing what is nutritious for them is important to you.
Right. So things like, you know, this is ginger,
yeah.
Very good. And we've got garlic, the penicillin of the earth. And so all of these things are good to build up immunity in our bodies. Children tend to have a lot of sugar during the summertime, and sugar kills neurons. And so we want to be able to teach kids about what to eat, when to eat, and why they should eat it, and then the importance of building a healthy diet at home. And so parents should have a full basket of fruit and vegetables on the table to have for kids over the summer, especially because it gets hot outside. They're going to become dehydrated. And I think this is something that's special for families of Midvale, but also for Salt Lake City.
Well, Christopher, I see why you chose Audrey this month, and no question. I mean, food fuels the brain, and for kids to learn and to be healthy, it's really important. You
know, one common theme here, you know, that we see, you know, across anybody that we recognize is they see a need in the community and they're trying to fill it, you know, and this is a need, you know, is that there's not a lot of things being taught in schools, you know, about how to have a garden, you know, but the importance of fruits and vegetables and, you know, and healthy diet in terms of learning. And so Audrey's really providing a need for the community here that we want to highlight.
And you take it home, the kids take it home, so the parents also learn, and maybe they will be motivated as well. Audrey, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And for more information for Food for All, there are so many programs this summer. Tell us about them in terms of, it's all on your website, right?
It's all on our website, so you can sign up for the gardening class. You can ask more about the pantry program. You can also reach out to Kuahara Farms. It's on Sandy and State Street. And more of the work that we're going to be doing at the garden. Please let us know if you have any other questions, and if you'd like to be involved. We're raising money so that this can continue on for next year, and it's exciting. So it all started on a coffee farm where my mother...
No way!
Yeah, and then you have all of this produce that's left on farms, and only 5% of it is grown here in Salt Lake, harvested here in Salt Lake. So.
Well, Audrey, thank you so much. Congratulations. All of that information will be on our website. Christopher, thank you for the highlight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you to Advocates for sponsoring our Community Advocate segment each and every month.